Speedball Mike Bailey here to welcome you to WrestleCast Radio.
Hey, this is Joe Doring. I'm here at world-famous Corcoran Hall.
What's going on? It's Sammy Guevara, the best ever.
Hi, everyone. This is William Hung from American Idol, and you're listening to the WrestleCast Radio.
Hello there, this is the aerial assassin Will Ospreay, coming from you live from the Tokyo Dome in Japan, and you are listening to WrestleCast Radio.
Digital media champion Joe Hendry here.
Hey, what's up, guys, from WrestleCast Radio? This is Humberto Carrillo.
This is Flip Gordon.
Hey, hello to all my friends of WrestleCast Radio.
This is Austin Theory, and you're listening to WrestleCast Radio all day.
Greetings and salutations to all the listeners of WrestleCast Radio. This is the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels.
What's going on? This is the man of the hour, Leo Rush. And you are officially listening to WrestleCast Radio.
With your boy, Tuco Scorpio. Getting ready to open up this show live, right here on the WrestleCast Radio.
What's good? It's your boy, the coach from the WWE. There's a lot of wrestling shows out there. There's a lot of talking heads out there. But nobody says more with less than WrestleCast Radio. You may not always agree with what they say. You might not always agree with what they do. But the one thing you will do is listen. WrestleCast Radio is on the air.
This is my brutality! I eat, sleep, bleed. The demons in your dreams. I eat, sleep, bleed. Look in my eyes, look in my eyes. Have you walking through the flames? Feel my struggle and my pain. To the top I elevate. Top. Let the dragons fire rain. Fire rain. Have you walking through the flames? 'Cause I'm the greatest, ain't no hating, I'm the best hit. You want your shot? Well, I guess you wait till next year. I'm at the top, get respect while I get fit. Who got a problem, huh? Tell them to step here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome as we are here on the go home, I guess, show. I guess is what you could call it. It is the WrestleCast rebuild. We got Zeke, we got Nate, we got Kyle, as always. We are in the month of February. We all know February brings us the Elimination Chamber, which is the last stop on the road to WrestleMania. And we have a hell of a show tonight. I'm very excited to bring it to you. 2 nights as we've been doing it. Women are going to headline night 1 with the Chamber. Night 2 goes to the men's. And we, I'll like that. Everybody, I'm not going to get into that on here. And we are hailing this event from the KFC Yum Center in Louisville, Kentucky. And as Zeke gave it to us, Zeke, what is our song for the event?
We got Hungry Like the Wolf by Duran Duran.
Hey. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm
hungry like a wolf.
With that being said, we are going to jump right into night 1 as we have one of the most embarrassing opening matches that we have ever seen, as Roman Reigns is out first again with the World Heavyweight title. He's got Ricky Saint and Paul Heyman. And we did not know who his opponent was. We didn't even know he was booked. But suddenly out comes Robert Stone, who's not even on a roster. The fans begin to boo. Everyone's laughing. Stone gets in there, and he gets right into Roman's face, and he comes up to his chin roughly. And, you know, the bell rings, and Robert Stone just starts punching him in the chest, and Roman's laughing as nothing's happening right here. He open hand slaps Roman and says, "Fight me." to which Roman kicks him in the gut, shoots him off the ropes, hits a spear, picks him back up, hits a Superman punch, picks him back up, hits another spear, and then he goes to the middle rope because he obviously doesn't go off the top rope, and he does Carmelo Hayes' leg drop and just starts laughing into the camera as he pins Robert Stone 1, 2, 3. As he exits the ring and leaves the building, and we have found out that that wasn't even supposed to be the opener. Apparently, he just calls his shots and does whatever the hell he wants. So that was our dark match, I guess you could call it. First time a world title has been a dark match, but that's what happens when you have assholes running the asylum on Fridays. But with that being said, before we dig into the real show that's supposed to happen, does anyone have any recap they want to run through before we get into our opening contest? Or are we all just running it as we go?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
I can't. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, let's get right into it. Our second match of the night is going to go over to Nate.
So we have Miles Bourne taking on Cody Rhodes for the TV title. It says Miles Bourne has a great showing against the veteran Cody. The two have a competitive back and forth match before Miles picks up the win. After the match, Miles grabs the microphone and accepts Randy's challenge for a one-on-one match at WrestleMania.
Ooh, and that's been forming pretty damn well, if I do say so, between those talents who are similar, as we had joked before.
That's where I got the idea, so thank you.
Coming into the next slot here, we get women's action as we move over to Kyle's Shotgun Saturday Night here for our next contest.
Oh, thanks. Let's see. If I remember correctly, it was Jada Parker versus Jordan Grace for the women's television championship in an open challenge, with Jordan Grace making her debut after being traded for Akira Tozawa, who is the current Street Fight champion. And in a complete shock and unprepared moment, Jordan Grace kind of squashes Jada Parker. And I do have Tyra May coming in here. She's wearing some heels. She's looking nice. She's part of the currency. She's puts her foot over the rope, kind of sticks her foot out. She's talking to the crowd, and she's like, watch this, telling everybody, that she's gonna, that Jada Parker's gonna throw Jordan Grace into the shoe. Jordan Grace reverses it, throws Jada Parker directly into the heel. She's knocked out cold, and then Jordan Grace gets the pin 1, 2, 3 and becomes the new television champion.
Was not expecting that.
Hopefully that match wasn't sponsored by Tony Atlas.
What?
He loves feet.
He loves feet.
Jesus.
We are gonna give give midweek a shot here, as they're gonna come at us also with some women action.
Yeesh.
Zeke, what you got in our fourth slot?
All right, we got Maxine Dupree versus Kendall Gray. Just kind of building the women up a little bit here. The match was a good back and forth, with Maxine showing her improved grappling and surprises Kendall with a burst of speed. Late in the match, Maxine hits crossbody that nearly gets 3 count. She fires up, is pointing to the crowd, ready to put Kendall away. Maxine goes for her cartwheel elbow in the corner. Kendall sidesteps at the last second. Maxine crashes into the turnbuckle, staggering backwards. Kendall instantly capitalizes with a snap German suplex, folding Maxine in half. She bridges for the pin and the win.
Hey, as we like to see, getting some dubskis under their belt here. And we are going to keep the women train going. Just one more match as we go back to Kyle's Shotgun Saturday Night with his second women's match of the night.
We got Bailey going up against Stephanie Victoria for the women's world title. Bailey, for some reason, just got the match. And it ended up being a Iron Women's match, even though Nate doesn't really care for that term. It ended up being 30 minutes.
No, that's not what I don't like. It's the 30-minute Iron Man match.
Yeah, well.
Has to be an hour. But go on.
Okay. I agree with you, though. Ends up being 2-2. Bailey hits a roll-up, grabs the tights, or the ropes during the roll-up, and makes it 3-2 with Bailey escaping, holding the title as she makes her way up the entrance ramp. To a bunch of boos, but she doesn't care, as Bailey is, I guess, heel, and your new women's world champ as well.
Hey, it's Bailey finally getting some love over here.
About damn time.
Because it's not happening in the RL, as the kids would say, that's for sure.
Oh, God.
As we get to our sixth match of the night, this is going to be hard for me to not be a loud piece of shit. We're going to go over to Nate. Oh, yeah, man. You know what's in this match, man.
So we have Bronson Reed taking on Jasper Troy.
Jasper Troy.
And it says, in a total house fight, these two beat the absolute hell out of one another. The match ends up being very hard hitting, but is very back and forth. About 10 minutes go by before Jasper picks up the win with a flash pinfall. Bronson kicks out almost immediately and is in absolute shock at what just happened and in the fact that he was just defeated.
Oh, yeah, man. Jasper Troy's the future. Black Snow.
Black Snow.
We are going to move on for the second match from the midweek. What you got, Zeke?
All right, we follow that up with a tag match here. We got New Day versus Dirty Dom and Sami Zayn. The match has been wild, with Dominic and Sami constantly bending the rules, distracting the ref, pulling tights, and taking from behind the ref's back. New Day keeps fighting the uphill, but the cheating's starting to pile up. Kofi hits a big boom, or hits a boom, man, I can't read. Kofi hits a boom drop on Dominic, then Sami yanks him out of the ring by the ankle. Woods charges, but Sami throws him into the steel steps. Sami slides in, lining up Kofi for a hell of a kick, while Dom distracts the ref. Kofi barely dodges. Sami crashes into the corner. Kofi follows with a running knee before shit-canning Sami. Dominic gets back in the ring. He lines up to charge. Golly, I lost my line. Dominic gets back in the ring, lines up to charge Kofi, but as he takes off, Big E slaps the ankle and Dom trips, but he stays on his feet, allowing Kofi to counter Dom with an SOS and the pin for the win.
Hey.
I don't know why I struggled reading that so mightily.
Because you were thinking about this the whole time.
I'll wait a couple seconds and all of a sudden there'll be a huge, gigantic fart.
That's why you couldn't read.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Totally makes sense.
Totally.
Totally. For real.
For serious.
For serious.
Oh, God, no cap.
Our next contest comes back to Fridays. Much better. What did you say yesterday when I was like, Oh, because it was like mystery partner, and you said mysterious, and I was like, mysterious equals Cubs, mystery equals Cub.
Oh, is that what I said?
Yeah, because it said
I was
mystery
wondering why you
ward.
said that. I was like, what does he mean by that?
Yeah, you said mysterious, and I was like, that's his mystery, and that's I was like, it's like Cubs. I was dying.
Hate that shit.
Next, we have a number one contendership match for the national championship as Charlie Dempsey looks to regain and get his chance at Ricky Saint at WrestleMania. He takes on Obafemi. And Obafemi comes through and gets the job done as he is your new number one contender for Ricky Saint's title. Obviously, this is trouble for Saint, as we know Obafemi has had the back of Carmelo Hayes, who is desperately trying to get that title shot, and tomorrow will be in a big match for it. So Obafemi coming in and solidifying his spot on WrestleMania, which is probably the best thing for Friday nights and the contingency to defeat Roman and Heyman. And finally, let's go back for our third encounter from Nate.
So we have Chelsea Green taking on Charlotte Flair for the women's championship. And it says in a pretty good match between two women that have been at one another as of late. Chelsea holds her own with Charlotte. The match is very back and forth until Chelsea gets hit in the face and finds herself winded. Charlotte capitalizes on the opportunity she has and hits the natural selection to pick up the win via pinfall.
Damn. She got that Scott Steiner where she looks great but has no cardio. Feel bad for her. As we are on the home stretch here, we got a couple tag matches coming up next before we get to our semi-main event. But we have the team known as, in my opinion, the Friends of Cody, if you will, as we turn this over to Ethan Page, Shawn Spears versus Miz and Sheamus. Take it away. Monsieur Zeke.
That's me.
Oh, that is you. Yeah, you had. Yeah, sorry.
My fault. I was eating a mouthful of chips.
No, you're good. When you didn't say anything and then I saw Zeke muted, I went, oh shit, I just teed him up. And I was like, why does he have two matches in a row pretty much?
Yeah, no, that's me.
That is definitely my fault because I forgot to write names or the names next to these, and I should know rosters by now. I'm kind of a piece of shit for that.
That's okay. And hot fries, they're not sponsored, but they should be.
Hell yeah, they are. Hot fries, fuck.
Yeah.
Get them down at the bodega and shit on the corner. Man.
So, Shawn Spears and Ethan Page versus Miz and Sheamus, both kind of semi-new tag teams. I mean, Shawn Spears and Ethan Page have known each other through multiple stages of life, as the Miz and Sheamus kind of came around together and
Shaboos
found each other in tag team action, and here we go. These two, however, are featured in a bull rope match.
Whoa.
The Miz, not really too sure about this match, being that he's, not really a hardcore guy. He stays safe. That was one of his main points against Bryan Danielson was, I stay safe. I work safe. Therefore, I've had longevity in the ring, right?
Mm-hmm.
So throughout the match, Spears and Ethan Page are just beating the shit out of Sheamus. Spears whips Miz with into the ropes and whips him with the rope. Sorry, the bull rope. Kind of like waking up his, I guess, inner demon. I don't know if that's what you want to call it. That I hate that WWE uses that term, but here we go.
We all do. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So Sheamus is in the corner. Page and Spears are blasting him in a chair to get him to fight back. The Miz finally wakes up. Kendo sticks both of them, grabs glass tubes and hit both of them in the face. They're both bleeding now.
Hell
Miz
yeah.
is like woken up. He's like going crazy. He goes
I'm in my
underneath the ring.
zone.
Yeah. He grabs a cinder block.
Oh.
And attached to the cinder block is these light tubes.
Oh.
He places that into the ring. He grabs spears, hits him with a skull crushing finale onto the cinder blocks and light tubes.
Oh.
Glass explodes everywhere. Miz pins him 1, 2, 3. And they're the winners of the bull rope match. Again, they were supposed to drag them all to 4 corners, but a man possibly died after taking the skull crushing finale onto cinder blocks. So
That's tight.
He might have died. That's tight.
Yeah. Look, I gave it a golf clap, so I'm no better.
I thought that only happened on Zeke shows, but okay.
You know what happened after the guy died? This played. And then his body disappeared, like when Matanza would kill people and they would just disappear.
Yep.
Like when he sacrificed Ricky Reyes to the gods.
That was awesome.
Man, Miz is lit. We have 2 people that suck that suddenly became tight in Deathmatch, Dawkins and Miz.
yeah.
That's how you rebuild people. If you're listening like normal, Paul, which we assume you're listening to every show we do, start bringing out them fucking light tubes, you bum. Go turn on Matt. Go watch. You know what? I'm gonna shoot right now. If Triple H is listening to this shit because we joke about how they do everything that we've done on this show, literally, like to a T, it's happened like 7 or 8 times. You need to go watch Matt Tremont Otis Colgar's feud, and that's how you book a feud. That's a fucking shoot right there. Kyle can fucking co-sign for that one.
Brother.
Oh man. That the tag match with Matt Tremont and Redacted.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Redacted died in the ring, and like Tremont like didn't have time to save him, so he gets in the ring anyway to go retrieve like Redacted because he's like, all right, you got one on my boy. We'll see you again. But he didn't even say it. They just stared at Matt Tremont and Colgar just stared at each other the entire time as like Tremont is still keeping eye contact with him while dragging Redacted out of the ring.
Oh, and they were like 2 feet away from each other.
Yeah.
Like you
And I
could
was like, this
feel
is
that
cool.
heat. Like that's heat, man. Like, yeah. Now, and then don't forget too, then they had the fucking they had that title match when they duct taped him to the to the rope and they broke like 65 light tubes over his head. Like you couldn't even see there was so much smoke. I was like, God damn, these guys are killing me. Yeah, this is a feud.
Oh, I know. That was, I mean, even at one point, I was like, oh my God, enough. But that was cool. And then he was like, come on. Like yelling and stuff in the ring. I was like, this guy's nuts.
Yeah. That's a feud, man. That's how you fucking do TV. Coming up next, we have women's action from Fridays. It's Nia Jax and Lash Legend, the 2 newest members of the roster who we've seen for the last couple months, taking on Julia and the new women's champion Jade Cargill tag team action. Julia gets the pin on Lash Legend. Her and Jade shake hands after the match is over. Jade endorses her and co-signs her, just like I said Kyle did with me on that feud, and said, you know what, you want that rematch? Let's do it one-on-one WrestleMania. We now have our women's title set, Julia Jade Cargill, for the strap at Mania. So some big things coming up for Fridays here. With that being said, we're going to go to our main event / semi-main event because it's not the Chamber, but we're going to turn it over to Zeke to close us out before the Chamber here. Big match from him.
All right, we got Joe Hendry versus Logan Paul. Hendry finally gets his match against Paul one-on-one that he's been shooting for since Paul was the Intercontinental Champion.
I'm in the bathroom for this match.
What the fuck?
Damn.
I'll wait a couple seconds and all of a sudden there'll be a huge, gigantic fart.
All right, about 20 minutes into the match, Logan is in full athletic show-off mode, springboards, dives, that cocky grin that drives the crowd wild. Hendry keeps surviving, frustrating Logan more and more. Logan lines up the knockout punch. The knockout punch with the brass knuckles. He loves to sneak in. The ref spots it, grabs Logan's wrist.
Oh shit!
And yanks the knuckles away. Logan argues with the ref, furious. Hendry sneaks behind Logan, taps him on the shoulder. As Logan turns, gets sucker punched square in the jaw. See something flash as Henry shakes his hand, feigning pain before picking up Logan for the standing ovation and the pin. Yes! Henry looks at the camera, winks, before walking out of the ring.
You just made me believe.
I love how shout out to our guy Isuro Kamikaze Tanaka in Major League 2. But when you said the thing about Jake Paul's the thing that keeps the crowd, how did you word that?
Drives the crowd wild.
When
cocky grin.
Yeah, there you go, the cocky grin. It reminds me of Bucher in Major League 2 when he's like, Jack Parkman does his shimmy and it makes the women in Cleveland go crazy. And then he trades him to Chicago for Tanaka and he's like, Jack Parkman up and his shimmy makes the girls in Cleveland want to puke. So that popped me. I had to mute for that. With that, the women have shined today on this show a lot, and we're going to continue to give them that spotlight, as it is the Women's Elimination Chamber. Bianca Belair, Io Sky, Nikita Lyons, Skylar Ray, Asuka, and Bayley. And with that being said, Zeke, why don't you take over? Give us our main event.
All right, the match starts with Io Sky and Skylar Ray, giving you a fast athletic opening. Counters, flips, rope running until Io Sky hits a springboard drop kick that sends Skylar into the chains. Asuka comes in next. Asuka storms in and immediately takes control, lighting up both women with kicks. She traps Skylar in an armbar against the chains, releasing to German suplex Io Sky into the corner. Follows up with Bianca Belair coming in fourth. She enters like a force of nature. Double KO DTs, power spots, and a huge military press that throws Io Sky into the chains. Bianca and Ahsoka have a tense stare down before trading some stiff shots. And that's when Nikita Lyons bursts out of her pod with a spinning heel kick to Ahsoka and a roundhouse to Io Sky. And then a split leg drop to Skylar and the pin for the first elimination. Bayley comes in last here at 6th. She plays the opportunist, picking her spots, slams the door on Bianca's arm, and trying to steal some pins. She and Asuka briefly team up to isolate Io Sky. Io Sky was the second elimination by Bianca, with her countering Io Sky's moonsault and getting the pin. Third elimination was Bayley by Lyons with a roundhouse followed by another split leg drop. Bianca is the fourth elimination, eliminated by Ahsoka, with the Ahsoka lock, choking her out. This leaves Ahsoka exhausted after eliminating Bianca, but still dangerous. Nikita across the ring, leaning on the chains, breathing hard, knowing she's facing the most lethal striker in the match. Asuka charges first, goes for a buzzsaw kick. Lyons ducks and fires back with a jumping crescent kick. Dropping Ahsoka. Ahsoka crawls in the corner. Lyons follows. Ahsoka counters Lyons' strike and locks in the Ahsoka lock. Lions, in desperation, climbs the ropes with Ahsoka on her back, gets to the top wobbly, and falls backward, crushing Ahsoka and breaking the hold. Sorry, Asuka, and breaking the hold. Getting some Star Wars mixed in there.
Yeah, it's like he must have watched us playing Star Wars or something.
After a few seconds, Lions is able to stand. Asuka still gasping on the ground. Lion hits her with the split leg drop and gets the pin to win the chamber.
Hey, Nikita Lyons getting the win. Luke must have the book here tonight, y'all. That's his girl winning. He's popping bottles when he's listening to this show.
Yeah, I just try to make.
That was just Make-A-Wish.
Yes, Make-A-Wish. Dang. I mean, it could be true.
Yeah, because Luke is half the man that I am.
And I have half the brain that he does.
Yep.
As Nash is wearing that goofy Sid mask.
Yeah.
Which makes it even funnier. Oh, my goodness. We then move on to night 2 here of our Elimination Chamber. And we're going to keep throwing it at this man, Zeke. Lead us off again with your third in a row.
All right. We got the Wonder Twins versus Becky Lynch and Nikki Bella.
Hell yeah.
Becky and Bella just kind of recently teamed up. We're just kind of throwing things to see what we can do to try to knock the Twins out. We got two savvy veterans here. This is a brawl. The women are punishing each other. Bliss tags out, and in transition, they go to activate their Wonder Twin powers. But before they can, Bella springboards off the ropes with a drop kick to Bliss, knocking her out of the ring. Morgan now left 2-on-1. Lynch and Bella slowly maneuver her into the corner. Excuse me. Morgan, in desperation, starts throwing wild forearms and was able to catch Lynch and knock her down. Bella, slow to react from the fury, gets shit canned out of the ring into Bliss, who catches her into a twisted Abigail, the reverse STO.
Oh.
Becky starts to stand, and as soon as she's up, Liv hits her with the Oblivion, and goes for the pin and the win.
Hey. The Wonder Das Wonder Twins. Yeah. Alex Wright should be their manager. Don't. If he was still here. Or still wrestling. Coming up next, we are going to bring it over to Saturdays for our next singles contest.
All right. Let's see. Tommaso Ciampa and Apollo Crews for the television championship. A good technical match. Apollo Crews hits some high-speed offense, but Ciampa just destroys him with knees. Hitting the fairy tale ending after Crews misses a moonsault. Tommaso Ciampa retains, and the two shake hands after the match, showing mutual respect.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. It's a nice little match there. Good TV title. And you get the respect factor.
Wearing someone down with knees. You just know it's brutal.
That dude's getting stiffed.
They're stiffing each other.
That's a good point.
Just
yeah, just please stop. Just taking knees.
Oh no, man. He's just getting destroyed.
Oh no, man.
Not the knees.
Yeah, please, my knee.
We're gonna move on to the Malarkey for our next tag match.
We have Angel Garza taking on Angel Garza and Berto, if I can read, taking on Tony D'Angelo and Luca Crucifino. says Tony and Luca look strong throughout the match and get most of the advantage until Angel Garza starts an acrobatics showcase that Tony and Luca can't seem to keep up with. Berto sneaks a fall in and gets the victory at about the 10-minute mark after D'Angelo and Cristovino are both winded from keeping up with Angel, who wouldn't stop flying around the ring the whole match.
Got to get that cardio up. We got some bad cardio on the malarkey. These men are getting tired.
These Italians, I tell you.
I tell you what. Coming up next, Akira Tozawa making his way to the ring. He's got the street fight title. We saw over the course of the last 3 weeks, he was dominating people. Eric Rowan, Noam Dar, Tavion Heights, just dropping them one after another with this violence. He's almost running his Nightmare Violence Connection persona, I believe it was, with Kevin Steen and PWG. And he challenged anybody on any brand for a match tonight, and out came none other than the Deathmatch himself, Deathmatch Dawkins. He makes his way to the ring. He gets right in Tozawa's face. Tozawa's saying all sorts of shit to him, and Dawkins just headbutts him as he is bleeding from his forehead, as well as Tozawa is bleeding. Dawkins now takes the headband off the headbands off and reveals he loaded him with barbed wire. He then takes Tozawa, he dumps him out the ring with a shit can. He picks him up and he throws him head first into the ring steps. He then puts his head against the ring step, grabs a chair, smokes his head against the step with the chair, throws him back in the ring, goes under it, and he finds some of that broken glass that didn't get cleaned up from those light tubes of the Miz the last night. He brings him in the ring and he starts biting the light tube, spitting the glass on the canvas. He then picks up Akira Tozawa and hits a pile driver on the broken glass for a 3 count and your new street fight champion. Dawkins then takes that street fight title and he throws that shit on the ground. And he looks up and he says, I am the deathmatch champion in this entire company, and I challenge anybody from any brand, come one, come all, to a deathmatch at WrestleMania. EMTs now take Akira Tozawa to a local medical facility, and that is the last we see of Tozawa for the evening. We go over to the Malarkey, who had to wait just a couple minutes as they had to clean up the ring and the Tozawa.
You assholes. So, my next offering is Zelina Vega taking on Sol Ruca. It says, since joining Penta and turning on the fans, Zelina Vega has been a force to be reckoned with. However, we haven't seen much of her in the ring. She goes up tonight against the woman who won the Women's Royal Rumble back in January, and is unfortunately no match for Sol Ruca, who doesn't miss a beat throughout the match and is firing on all cylinders throughout. She looks more than ready to face Charlotte or whoever the champion may be come WrestleMania, even if the show happens tomorrow, as she picks up the win. Sol Ruca, your winner. Over Zelina Vega.
Good hard fought. Glad Zelina's had a little bit of a resurgence though since the trade, so good for her. But Sol Ruca, she's on a tear, and we know she's got her eyes on Mania. We're gonna go over to Shotgun for their second match, as we got some tag team action for y'all here.
Oh yeah. We have the Usos versus Out the Mud for the tag team championships. Let's see. Where did it go? There's just so much written down. I had it right here. Sorry. I do remember the finish though. I don't know what I did with it.
Well, good.
You fucked up.
I know. I didn't mean to. I had it written down. I don't know what happened to it. But anyway, out the Mud Usos, they have a match, obviously, and Usos are showing that they're veterans. You know, they've been doing this for a long time. Out the Mud shows that they're scrappy and ain't no pushover, basically. So it's not necessarily an even match, but it is back and forth. Tyra May comes out and low blows one of the Usos. They hit their finish. They pin Jimmy, but his foot is on the ropes. I think Lucian Price knocks it off the ropes before the ref sees it, and they count to 3, and Out the Mud retains the tag team championships.
Ooh.
Bastards. Keeping some of the gold after Jada lost the one. So good for them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Good for them. Next up, Friday night coming at you, we have Faction Warfares. We have a 7-on-7 contest. How we got here, Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley, the Motor City Machine Guns, joined the Bullet Club during our weeks of TV. Tyler Bate also was attacked backstage, taking him out of the match. So we see AJ Styles, Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, Finn Balor, Chris Sabin, and Alex Shelley in the ring. Which out comes Chad Gable, Marcel Bartel, Julius and Brutus Creed, Pete Dunne. And to even the odds, they get the man that they turned on at the Royal Rumble, Jordan Devlin, the former JD McDonough, comes out and aligns himself with the baby faces to try to take out Bullet Club tonight. And the faces get the job done finally, giving a loss to the Bullet Club. After the match, they try to fight and do a post-match attack, but the baby faces fend them off. And Bullet Club leaves distraught, as it's the first time somebody in this company kind of one-upped them. So, big shocking victory here for the baby faces, and it's also good to see Jordan Devlin as he is back from that heinous assault after they lost the tag titles at the Royal Rumble. We now go to 3-way action over on midweek. Zeke, take it away.
We got that menage a trois of pain here. We got Damian Priest versus Aleister Black versus Drew McIntyre. The match turns into a war. All 3 men are battered, breathing heavy, and swinging for knockouts. Aleister Black catches Priest with the black mass out of nowhere. Priest collapses against the ropes, barely conscious. Black goes for a second black mass to finish him off. Priest ducks, and Black spin leaves him open. Drew charges and catches Black with a claymore. Chick cans Priest and goes for the pin and the win.
We gotta love those shit cans.
Oh, I do.
We can tell.
We're now on the home stretch before the chamber. We got one more big match from each brand here. We are going to kick it off with one of the most interesting men in the company. Kyle, take it away. Shotgun, Saturday night's main event for the chamber.
All right, we have Montez Ford versus Rusev for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Excuse me, Money Montez Ford. Thank you.
Oh, my bad. Money Montez Ford versus Rusev for the World Heavyweight Championship. Physical, hard-hitting match, but Montez Ford, knowing his way around the ring, hits some pretty good-looking top rope offense. Rusev hits some suplexes and, again, uses his strength. Rusev does lock in the accolade before it barely reaches the ropes. However, this match is a one-on-one. Nobody has came from either side to help. So it's been a pretty good match. Rusev goes for a Machka kick. Ford counters with a super kick. Knock him out clean. Then hits one of the grossest frog splashes I've ever seen to retain the championship as Montez Ford heads into WrestleMania to defend against, well, we don't know who yet, but he's heading to WrestleMania as champion.
Hell yeah, Montez Ford getting the Dubsky over the Rusev Day. I don't know why I said Rusev Day. We haven't done that shit before. Forget I said that. We don't need the guy from TNA over here.
No, which I'm surprised they haven't used him though. I said that before.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? I'm surprised they haven't brought him back.
I hope they don't.
Nate, let's go into your final match of the evening. What you got?
So, my match, well, no, I won't list the match that it was supposed to be. But anyway, my final match, because I wrote this weird. JC Mateo taking on Penta in a non-title match. Boo, I'm sorry. JC Mateo is nowhere near contention to receive a title shot, but this match was put together for Penta to get some reps in prior to WrestleMania. The match is very back and forth and fast-paced. It's super hard-hitting. Penta tries multiple times to hit the Mexican Destroyer on JC, but JC is too massive for him to hit it. JC comes back with some offense, but Penta evades the tour of the islands before finally hitting the Mexican Destroyer on JC at about the 18-minute mark. After he wore JC down enough to be able to hit the move successfully, Penta picks up the win and celebrates his win in the ring before grabbing the world title and making his way towards the locker room. Zelina wasn't at ringside for this match, as she just had a match herself.
Well, good on Zelina. Thank you, Zelina, for leaving him hanging. Oh, good. Penta, man, getting a job done. We move over to the midweek for the final match of the evening.
All right, we wrap it up with Brock Lesnar versus Gunther.
No!
Late in the match, both men are wrecked. Gunther's chest is purple from suplexes. Brock's bleeding from chaps. Gunther has Brock on the ropes and hits him with a running drop kick that sends Lesnar crashing into the corner. Gunther drags Brock out, lifts him for the powerbomb symphony. Hits one powerbomb clean, lifts him for the second, but Brock is able to slip out midair, collapses to the knee. Gunther charges for a lariat, but Brock explodes upward with an F5, catching Gunther by surprise. Brock, knowing his opponent doesn't go for the pin, instead climbs the ropes for a shooting star press, and then the pin for the new heavyweight title champion.
Hey. Hit him with the big move. the big move, man. That shit's tight. Hell of a feud going on there between those two giants of men. Coming up, our final match before the Chamber. Career versus the Mania title shot, as we saw this on TV during the build-up. Carmelo Hayes, madder than hell that Ricky Saint won the Rumble. He puts his career on the line to get the title shot against Roman. Back and forth action throughout the whole match. The ref gets bumped at one point during the match. Hayes has Ricky Saint beat. Nothing happening. He's trying to get the ref up. And suddenly, out of nowhere, Roman's back in the ring after we thought he left yesterday and wasn't coming back. And he hits a huge spear on on Carmelo Hayes. Ricky Saint picks up Carmelo Hayes and hits the Rochambeau. The ref turns around, or the ref wakes up.
Damn.
And Ricky Saint pins Carmelo Hayes to win the match. Heyman and Roman and Saint are jumping for joy, excited that they put an end to this. Mania's a lock in the bag. As another ref makes his way to the back and he's conversating with the ref, he's filling them in about the interference and all the bullshit going on. Carmelo Hayes is slowly getting to his feet in the corner, trying to understand what's going on as he thinks he's done. He has no idea what's happening. The ref it restarts the match. Ricky Saint begins throwing a temper tantrum. Paul Heyman's got one of the refs distracted. Roman's yelling at the other one. Ricky Saint's freaking out, trying to figure out what's going on. And all Carmelo Hayes sees is Roman's world heavyweight title is just laying in the corner. Carmelo crawls over. He grabs the title. He looks at the crowd. Everyone's screaming, "Do it." He shrugs his shoulders. He gets up and he blasts Ricky Saint right in the face. Throws the title out of the ring. Roman and Heyman still haven't seen it. The second ref now is on the floor gathering them out of here. Carmelo goes to the top. And as he's up there, Saint starts making his way back up dizzy. Carmelo hits the top rope leg drop. The ref sees it. Carmelo goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. And he wins after the restart. And he goes on to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania to finally try to end this tyranny on Fridays. So after his scare tactic there of almost living, Carmelo gets the job done. And they move out as we begin the build and drop down for the structure that is known as the Elimination Chamber. Santos Escobar, Javon Evans, R-Truth, Jacob Fatu, Kevin Owens, and Braun Breaker are your participants. And that is our main event, and we will turn it over to Kyle. Kyle, take it away.
Santos Escobar is your starting competitor. He comes down to the ring and it's kind of warming up. Secondly is R-Truth. He comes down to the ring, hyping up the crowd. He's in the cage. He's sticking his hand out, trying to high-five the referees from inside the chamber.
Hell yeah.
Escobar is focused. R-Truth is like not even caring, just still waving to the crowd and shit. Grabs a mic before the match. Well, actually, no, he grabs a mic, sorry. He tells everyone, welcome to the Royal Rumble Elimination Cage match. Escobar just face palms. The bell rings and Escobar immediately starts attacking R-Truth with kicks and forearms, while Truth keeps trying to call timeout while he's getting stomped. R-Truth finally gets some momentum and hits him with the scissors kick. He climbs or tries to climb the pod thinking it's an exit door. It's not working, obviously. So Escobar gets him down and starts stomping him in the corner. He's looking towards the ref, asking him to call timeout while he's getting stomped. And pod 1 door opens and it's Braun Breaker. He comes into the ring. He clotheslines Escobar inside out. Picks him up, throws him into the ropes, and spears him. While Escobar is dead, Braun Breaker then gets in the corner and taunts to the crowd. R-Truth crawls over to Escobar slowly and throws an arm over him. Gets a 2 count and Escobar kicks out. R-Truth, even though he gets a 2 count, he starts celebrating like he won already. Breaker looks confused and then furious. He grabs Truth, launches him across the ring with a belly-to-belly suplex. Truth rolls into the corner. What? Truth rolls into the corner. Kind of just rests there. Breaker charges. Truth sees this and rolls to the outside. Pod 2 door opens and Kevin Owens comes out. Him and Braun Breaker immediately start brawling. Heavy strikes and chops, forearms. Escobar comes in, hits a springboard crossbody on both men. Escobar and Kevin Owens brawl on the outside. R-Truth is caught in the middle of the ring with Braun Breaker.
Oh no. That's like I show speed in the Rumble.
Yeah. Hitting Breaker then grabs R-Truth like by the throat, picks him up, and hits one of those I forget what it's called, but he like drops him on his shoulder and then slams him. Goldberg used to do it all the time.
Oh, like the power slam into
Power
the,
slam.
like it's a gorilla press into a power slam.
Yeah. He hits one of those, and then he gets up and he just starts running back and forth, while getting faster and faster each time he runs the ropes. R-Truth.
Goldberg, by the way.
Say what?
I said fuck Bill Goldberg, by the way, but go on.
Okay. Runs the ropes, spears the shit out of R-Truth, pretty much breaking him in half, and then some. 1, 2, 3. R-Truth is then drug out of the Elimination Chamber by the referees.
They dragged him out like Dr. Redacted on that Game Changer show, and he's like, ah! When they're dragging him through barbed wire and shit.
Except for R-Truth
so mad.
And he's Redacted's cussing because he's getting drugged through barbed wire. He's like, ow.
Nobody gives a shit. They're just dragging him, and he's like, come on, fuck. Like, he's like not selling even. It's like, stop.
Oh, yeah. Pod 3 opens up and Javon Evans comes in. He hits a springboard cutter on Escobar, a spinning kick on Breaker, and a standing shooting star on Owens. The crowd goes crazy. After getting his shit in, Pod 4 opens up and Jacob Fatu comes in, and the entire arena just goes quiet. Everyone's still kind of like holding their stomachs and neck and stuff. Fatu comes in fresh. He just stares at everyone. Immediately goes after Javon, hits him with a Samoan drop, hip attack onto Breaker and Owens, and then hits a running splash on the Evans against the pod glass. Fatu is looking crazy out there. Escobar climbs the pod wall attempting to do a high-risk move, but Breaker catches him in mid-air with a spear. Breaker pins him 1, 2, 3. Escobar's gone. He's got 2 now under his belt. He hits a double spear to Owens and Evans. Then does a military press slam. Military press slam onto Evans. And an exploder suplex on the Fatu. Walks over to Owens. He gets ready to do another spear, but Owens counters perfectly. Breaker goes for the spear. Owens sidesteps him and hits him with a package pile driver. The crowd gasps as Owen then collapses on top of him. 1, 2, 3. Braun Breaker's out of there. And in the final 3, you got Kevin Owens, Jacob Fatu, and Javon Evans. In the final stretch, Fatu is actually dominating the match. He destroys Owens with a running hip attack through or onto the outside wall there. Evans tries to climb the chamber wall. He's about 30 feet up. He hits a corkscrew shooting star press onto Fatu. Gets him into a pinning attempt, but Fatu kicks out at 2.9. In the next series here, Fatu recovers, crushes Evans with a pop-up Samoan drop, then hits the BME. But Owen, for some reason, breaks up the pin. Don't know why. Owens then stuns Fatu. Evans hits a 630 splash with Owens getting the 1, 2, 3. Jacob Fatu's out there. and now it's Kevin Owens and Javon Evans. Both men are tired, but then Kevin Owens looks to the crowd and taps on his forehead. He rushes Javon Evans and hits him with a clothesline, starts stomping him out and says, "You idiot. I broke up the pin to keep you so I can win this match with ease." Still stomping the shit out of him.
Nice.
Evan hits a springboard cutter and a super kick, and then tries at a 450 splash. Kicks out at 2.9. Evans then tries to run the ropes again one more time. Tries to hit a cutter. Owens catches him, shoots him against the ropes, and then hits a pop-up powerbomb. Javon Evans kicks out at 2. The crowd loses their mind. Owens starts laughing in disbelief. Picks up Evans one more time, shoots him against the ropes. Goes for a pop-up powerbomb, but Evans hits him with the Hurricane Rana. Runs off the ropes, hits him with the springboard cutter. But Owens catches him, flips him around, hits him with a stunner, and pins him 1, 2, 3, with Kevin Owens getting the win on the Elimination Chamber.
Getting the job done is KO. Hell of a big win for him. That's going to get him into a big spot for Mania. Very good show. Very exciting. Chamber came out looking good. I'll run the round table. Zeke, any thoughts on the show going into Mania?
I think we got some good things building for next month.
Hell yeah. Kyle?
Yeah, I'm still mad that Big Meat are wrestling for the second time, or wrestled for the second time. I wish they would run the tables again and become tag team champs.
Nate, what about you?
No complaints on my end. I enjoyed everything that I heard.
Yeah, I thought it was a great show, top to bottom. Much better than the shit we saw a few weeks ago.
Yeah, we need to check on Deathmatch Dawkins. I mean, that...
We need to check on Tozawa.
Yeah, that too, but who told him to load up the double headbands with barbed wire?
Look, he just figured it out one day. Look, The Miz, same thing with The Miz. He just figured it out, like, oh, maybe this
Well, he kind of had to.
You know, it's
like New Jack when he decided to bring a staple gun to ECW shows. It just happens.
Kyle, it reminds me of a guy we started watching last year a lot more who was in AEW and working just basic wrestling matches. And then he went to GCW and he did a death match and suddenly reinvented his career. And I'm talking about Bear Bronson.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's what the Miz thing reminded me of when he just suddenly like took it, and then he just goes psycho. And I was like, he just pulled a Bear Bronson. He just suddenly was like, you know what? I think I found my calling. Sorry, Maurice.
Yeah. Yeah. He goes over to fucking AEW. He was like, you was right. As he's all like knotted up and scarred up now. His back is just wilted. Or like, you know, who is it that I think like, is it your boy?
Masashi Takeda?
Takeda?
Yeah, he's all
and
sorts of fucked up.
Yeah, his back is all scarred and like,
dude,
it's gonna be the piss.
That match at the Despy Invitational Mania weekend, it's Jun Kasai and Desperado as a team. It's Arina Yamashita and Masashi Takeda as a team. And it's Nick Gage and Matt Tremont as a team in a 3-way. I can't fucking wait. I might fly out there now because I don't think I'll ever see that match in my life ever. I don't think there's any way I'll ever see Nick Gage and Masashi Takeda in a ring at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, that match is just, fuck me. Next time we come back, which will be very soon, we will not have a long layoff this time for reasons we didn't mean to, but we're making up for it with this. But we will be back soon, very soon, with our WrestleMania to close out the series. We may do kind of like a recap show where we just kind of talk about things. We'll see how that goes. We may do it, we may not. We haven't decided it yet. But I will leave you with these fine words once again from the great Bob Uecker. So, Hiroshi Kamikaze Tanaka, recently on the Tokyo Giants, knocks himself cold for the second time this week. Maybe in Japan, that's actually better than catching the ball. Personally, I think he's just trying to get out of the lineup. We'll catch you next show, y'all.